with TV's liveliest, most honest debate.
I took notes, Cuomo, for you.
Tomorrow at 8/7 Central, only on News Nation. Then, he had a front row seat to history and plenty of drama. What does former Speaker Kevin McCarthy think of President-elect Trump's cabinet picks? He joins Dan and weighs in on all of it. Dan Abrams Live, tomorrow 9/8 Central.
It's our 40th anniversary. Save up to $1,000 on a LifeSource water filtration system when we pay your sales tax. It ends soon, so call 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com.
All the orange cones go down for the count. The break is over and the weather is perfect for all the construction. We have the updates.
Tomorrow on the KTLA 5 Morning News.
Discharge the duties about which I'm about to enter.
Bravo.
Now at 7, a new day in Los Angeles County. The first moves Nathan Hochman is taking after being sworn in as district attorney.
Federal authorities arrest a local Chinese national accused of shipping guns, ammo, and military equipment to North Korea. We've got surprising details.
And weeks after Hana Kobayashi vanished in L.A., authorities now consider the Maui native a voluntary missing person, but her family isn't giving up the search. Now on the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. In tonight for Cher Calvin, federal authorities have arrested a Chinese national from the Inland Empire on suspicion of shipping weapons to North Korea.
KTLA's Jennifer McGraw joins us live from downtown L.A. with details that may surprise you. Jen.
Yeah, Micah and Sandy, according to detectives, this suspect told them that he was picked by North Korean officials because he was, quote, a good smuggler. Take a look. New video into our newsroom of the raid that happened in Ontario on the suspect's home. There they found a cache of weapons and ammunition and the arrest of a man who investigators say is a threat to our national security, an operative for the North Korean government. Multiple people were detained, including Shenwang Wen, 41 years old, a Chinese national. Investigators found over 50,000 rounds of ammunition, guns, and U.S. intelligence, which Wen admitted that he was planning on sending to North Korea. Wen says officials there also asked him to get U.S. military uniforms, which they were planning to use to attack South Korea, our U.S. ally. When Wen came to the U.S. as a student on a visa from China in 2012, detectives say Wen admitted to successfully sending 2 large packages back in 2023, packed with ammo, guns, and again, U.S. military intelligence. We spoke with Wen's neighbors earlier who says they are constantly having people come in and out, but the family keeps to themselves.
Van is always parked precariously close to the driveway, and anytime their garage door was open and they saw anybody else, they closed their garage door. I don't know if they were hiding items in that garage or, and they were particularly protective of that van. It blows my mind. It's more than I thought would ever be happening in my neighborhood.
And Wen also admitted that North Korean government sent him $2 million once he landed here in the U.S. Micah, Cher.
Jen, how was the suspect able to evade law enforcement for so long?
You know, he was here for 12 years, and he says, quote, I'm a good smuggler, but also he says the only interaction that he had with the North Korean government was through an app that was encrypted, sending messages back and forth.
All right, Jennifer McGraw, thank you. From North to South Korea now, where President Yoon Suk-yeol has lifted his order of martial law after it was unanimously rejected by lawmakers. The initial declaration came during a tense night of political drama with troops surrounding Parliament. Yoon vowing to eliminate anti-state forces as he struggles against an opposition he's now accusing of sympathizing with North Korea. Lawmakers rejected the declaration less than 3 hours later, declaring it, quote, invalid. Korean leaders are now asking Yoon to explain his decision, some of them actually calling for his resignation.
A 59-year-old woman who was fatally shot in Hollywood last week has been identified as Svetlana Osneimer. The shooting occurred Friday at 4 p.m. on the 6000 block of Barton Avenue. The suspect, a man in his 60s, approached Osneimer. The two began to argue. The fight escalated. The suspect shot the woman and then fled. Osneimer was pronounced dead at the scene.
52-year-old Danielle Aguilar has been arrested now on felony arson after starting a small brush fire in the hills above Burbank this morning. Officers used a drone to find the man after reports of suspicious loitering in a prohibited area. And that's when the man started to set the hillside on fire. That fire triggered voluntary evacuations, burned about 5 acres. Aguilar is being held on $75,000 bail, and he's due in court Thursday.
A ban on indoor and outdoor wood burning is in place through at least Wednesday across Southern California due to a high air pollution forecast. The order applies to non-desert portions of LA, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties and all of the OC. Mountain communities are exempt, as are homes that rely on wood as the sole source of heat and low-income households without natural gas services.
The man accused of shooting and killing his 9-year-old son in Compton made his first court appearance today, and he pleaded not guilty. Princeton Jones was playing outside his grandfather's home on Saturday when he was shot and killed. The suspect, 32-year-old Nicholas Jones, is Princeton's biological father, and he's now accused of murder and child abuse resulting in death. His bail is set at $2 million. The boy's mother says her son had autism.
No longer will gang members get a free pass from the gang enhancement when they commit these violent crimes.
The new LA County District Attorney vowing to crack down on the alarming spike in lawlessness across Southern California. KTLA's Samantha Cortese has more on Nathan Hochman's warning to criminals.
I'm about to enter.
Discharge the duties about which I'm about to enter.
Los Angeles officially has a new district attorney, Nathan Hochman.
We are here collectively as Angelenos who represent the 10 million clients of the district attorney's office who are looking to live in a county where safety is prioritized, laws are followed, those who break them are held accountable.
In a statement released after the swearing in, Hochman's office laid out plans for the future. Hochman will lead task forces on homelessness, fentanyl poisoning, human trafficking, hate crimes, organized retail crime, and residential burglaries.
No longer will gang members get a free pass from the gang enhancement when they commit these violent crimes.
People also showed up to voice their opposition to Hochman's proposed policies.
The gang enhancements, the gun enhancements, because we've seen that those have predominantly only affected Black and Chicano neighborhoods.
They have voted decisively for more accountability. They want to see law enforcement officers supported.
Samantha Cortese, KTLA 5 News.
Today, LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger took the reins as chair of the LA County Board of Supervisors for the 2024-25 term. First elected to the board in 2016, Barger said she will focus in the next year as chair on, quote, uplifting public safety and unity, helping people experiencing homelessness, and foster youth, as well as investing in health and mental health systems. Supervisor Hilda Solis will serve as chair pro tem for the term.
The Orange County Board of Supervisors now has voted 3-1 to move ahead with hiring an outside firm to conduct a forensic audit of county contracts, quote, directed or influenced by former supervisor Andrew Doe. Doe resigned from the board back in October after pleading guilty to conspiracy charges. The audit will cover contracts established between January 2019 and August 2024, executed by 4 agencies, including the county executive office.
After being on paid leave since August, the general manager of LA Animal Services has resigned. Stacey Daines began leading the department